Time again, the live link-up show was truly live. DJ King, spreading unity on the airwaves. Yes, I am the manager of the Radio in the West. I'm also the radio show from FM UK every Monday and every Wednesday, live from 6 p.m. UK time and 12 o'clock afternoon Jamaica. This is the live link-up show. If you want to get at me, get at me on WhatsApp. That's close to 7534 831 465. Welcome to the
Check.
The UK, leading all the way with the music you play. Rastafari, this is Lucian Jamison. Come on, let's say, take it away. William Nice. Oh, John, we do give thanks for DJ down UK as he plays good music for all people, all the hits. God, I thank you for the blessings in my life. And I thank you for that UK tonight.
Check.
I wanna thank you for all you say.
Hand up, we said. Just kick off, start. What can do shit?
And I thank you for
Yes, people alive with DJ Daddy UK, the Coding King, spreading unity upon the airwaves.
that you can make some soon, but turn away. And I wanna thank you for all you say or do. Yes, I thank you for DJ Daddy UK, so true. I wanna thank you, Lord, from the depth of my heart. I thank you, Lord, I thank you, Jah, for Daddy UK thing for me. I wanna thank you, Lord, from the depth of my heart. I thank you, Lord, I thank you, Jah, for Daddy UK thing for me. Yes, I thank you for my friends and family. Yes, I thank you for the roots reality.
Yes, people sound check.
I wanna thank you.
You got to William Circuit. Tonight, people, it's all about the legendary dub poet, champion dub poet, the one called DYCR, Delroy Chandler, live on Insta. So people, we have 1 hour, and we're linking up with the one called DYCR. So people, tonight, it's all about a nice reggae vibe.
Thank you, Lord, from the depth of my heart. I thank you, Lord, I thank you, Jah, for the you can bring for me. Thank you, Jah, for every little thing, yeah. And thank you, God.
Yes, people, we have to start out with the blessings. But tonight, as we said, it's all about this man right now.
Yeah. I want to say this is DYCR, another one and only hardcore dancehall dub poet from out of Kingston, Jamaica, representing for DJ Daddy UK. Run it, DJ Daddy UK. Make them know say how you don't play. Where's the DJ Daddy? Hands in the ear for this. Light as a flash up for this, start a blaze for this. And 21 gun salute for this. Fools can get near to this, never did prepare for this. DJ Daddy, make them know say you're hard forever and ever. No for them a scary, you driver, you tough and MacGyver. Make them know say not any girl you have a school, you school drop.
Yes, people, the voice of DYCR.
Never know if that dancehall boy could have been such a survivor. It must be either
The big legend in the building.
touch of a mind that will sting them like a spiral is no.
Yes.
And fire. The woman who make a man a rider through Reddles and through Cherry Gardens. DJ Daddy, you're not as a rider woman through Reddles and through Cherry Gardens. No matter how you harden for that, there's no pardon. They say fire. The woman ride the woman through Reddles and through Cherry Gardens. DJ Daddy, make a ask them say why did they do it? And if you're shrilling up, pulling up them talking tribal, say them the right. DJ Daddy, make them know say why. You know, real son why we're riding woman through Reddles and through Cherry Gardens. And then the kind of rumpus, pumpus, stars, pumpus, and pumpus, DJ Daddy, everybody knows that.
So as we move, we don't call Rasta Irie.
Let me be DJ Daddy again.
When we say again.
You can wake in pestilence late last night. DJ Daddy sound keep on playing. So,
Yes, Ross Irie.
no matter what they do or say, a DJ Daddy come from random ways.
Let me tell you something in life. People don't want you to succeed. They do not want to see you get to the top. So they will make sure that they push and they fight to make sure you stay where you're there. So right now, come in with our called Jobby.
DJ Daddy protected by the Most High, and that forever. Echo Giant son, Jobby tell them.
Yes, William.
I wish back for we wish good for them. Oh Lord, them want
DJ Daddy broken foot and pop him and no want the bone rocking at him. Yo, me alright, me alright.
So what them I wish back for we wish good for them. Yes, I want to say this is DYC, another one.
One more from the champion.
Representing for the
Tonight, people, it's all about the one called DYCR.
Yes.
Right now, you are live with DJ Daddy UK, the Coding King.
and them Jack.
And we're up on Vibes FM 92.4 in the UK. We're up on VLink Radio.US in Montego Bay. We got to all my Facebook people, everyone there, Instagram. Whether you're up on WhatsApp, anywhere you're locked in, whether you're up on beach and you're there with big Bluetooth speaker. Yo, check the one.
Stop by the pro. When the Alaska smoke, now stop by the pro.
What we say, I
When
mean,
he smoke, now stop by the pro. When the eye smoke, now stop by the pro. By the pro, 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 by the pro.
what we say again.
From out of the alley, I did not fool around with Spally.
No, sir.
Into the hills of the valley, smoking my collie. I do not kill it, falling out, shilly shally, no dilly that.
Yes, Rico.
DJ Daddy,
At the V-Link boss.
to them Charlie Mally, give me the collie. Give me the sense of media, the Alaska, the Kiki, the
Junior ranks.
give me the lamp spread, like a rudder.
Big up on ourselves.
DJ Daddy,
Yes, slam dunk.
in telephone, shallow, the sense of media.
Big up DJ L.
Float, ganja, smoke.
Everyone there on the Vibes team. Big up on ourselves.
For make him last, yo. I said, he said, yeah, sense of media wasn't fun.
DYCR in the building.
You know what's found in Solomon's grave? DJ Daddy, sense of media makes you brave. Sense of media open up your eyes and make you wise and realize who is foolish and who is telling lies. Whoa, I said, flocka,
What we say again, yo, pre the one, yo.
DJ Daddy, not long like the fire, so them trying to quench you with quench it. Go there with too late, but they're going to be shot for them, mama, like Jilly Praise again. In the mama, that no gets the thing. DJ Daddy say, you know what, you know, shake your life,
Yes, people, we're there on Vibes FM 92.4. Yo, we take requests. The man said, pull up the tune. Yo, where you say, brethren? The tune bad. Yes, brethren, we're live. We're live on Insta, we're live on Facebook, live on 2 radios. Yes, that they say, yo, the man just called me and said, yo, the tune it bad, please pull it up. Big up on ourselves, Jordan. Yes, all the crew. We're there. Yo, we have to just wheel this up and come again. Watch the one, yeah. Watch the one, yeah.
See, another one that's only champion dance on that point, you know, representing for DJ Daddy, you know. Running because the young kids like Uncle Mason, you know, because they don't know, say there's no time to waste, and they don't know, say them judgment, them are face, you know. DJ Daddy, when I say, I'm fire, women, some go, another load, another challenge load. This stone, gonna challenge, like a bird, out, and get my later. When I say, DJ Daddy, no stop, put it out. I'm a ganja smoke, no stop, put it out.
Boy.
Alaska smoke, no stop, put it out. With the Kiki smoke, no stop, put it out.
Yes, people. Tonight it's all about the big man. The one called DYCR.
I leave from out of the alley. I did not fool around with Spally. DJ Daddy.
Yes, people. Tonight we're doing it different.
In my collie. I do not.
It's all about the big artist. The big bad artist.
Yes, I want to say this is DYCR, the one and only champion dancehall dub poet representing for DJ Daddy, you know.
See, people,
It's like Uncle Mason.
when I put the poster out, I am not lying.
So them judgment, them are
But man, a liar.
DJ Daddy, when I say.
So we have to say, yo. Right now we said, people, we are live with the one called DYCR in the building. You not believe me? Yes, boss.
A fire, it's a blazing King Selassie. It's so amazing, yes. Yes, DJ Daddy, they're alive and living color. Yeah.
Yes. So people, as you know, yo, turn the camera, we'll be okay actually. Let's turn the camera so everyone can see. Turn your camera, bro. We'll be alright. Turn it back up again. No, the up, so people can see it. Yeah. That's it. We got it perfect. Right then. So people, right now, we are live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. We're live on V-Link Radio. We're live on every radio you can think of, every way of streaming you can think of. Yo, people, we're just there. So, as you know, me and DYCR are good friends. So, obviously, the man being the big bad artist that he is, I had to bring him on the show. How can we be friends for over, what, 6-7 years? And not give you another show? Yo, I think every radio station that I've been on, I've linked up with DYCR because this man here, yeah, yo, people, we look at these artists, yeah, before we get into the biography, we look at these artists and we look at them in a sense that they're living in Jamaica and they're living life good, and you see them touch one little stage show on a corner with 20 people and that's it, they've made it in life. Yo, life is hard. We are going to go through this man's life from beginning to right now. We are with DYCR. Yo, people, let me just make sure the Facebook people can hear as well. So, Delroy, if we go, Delroy, can we get the acapella, please? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you now. Yeah.
Yeah, we say, Delroy. And what happens? We have to get the acapella.
Okay. Delroy, yes, grandma, what a wicked and dreadful man like this Rasta. Sometimes all in my beat sleep me woman I call me like a haunting for some ill. I could not sleep in peace. Every minute me Delroy, yes, grandma. Why me I telling her sometimes I have some people who have them pick and go on like certain things they're supposed to take there and take them and give them away to some people that they don't know nothing about. And
mad. People, this is mad. We are live with DYCR right now, but yo, big up to Jordan, Jay Quano in Africa, Barry back. What you need to do is send me the tune to dj.uk at gmail.com.
Sit in peace, Troy said yeah. She said, could you...
Yo, this signal's chopping, man. Yes. So, right then, people.
Like we're having an internet issue for real.
Don't worry, bro. We got hours, man. We'll just let it hitch up, let it deal with what it's doing. It's because we've got so many people, man. You're a celebrity. On your phone's hitching up. My phone's hitching up. My Instagram's hitching up. Facebook's hitching up. The only thing that's staying stable is my radio, bro. But, you know, give thanks and praise. We're good, man. So then, we have Dub Poet here. For people who don't know about dub poetry, this is something different. This is a man who went to school and learned how to speak English and put this into a form of poetry with it instrumental. We're going to find out a little bit more because there's more to it than that. So this is DYCR, Delroy Chandler, who born in Devon Pen, St. Mary's. So for all my listeners now then, I know what it's like because me and you, we've had about 3 link-ups, but people listening now, what was your life like in St. Mary's? And do you want to just discuss what it was like? Because it was like a farming town, wasn't it? It's like a farming area.
Yeah, man. Devon Pen St. Mary is a farming area, you know. Yeah, most of the people who live at that side of the world, you know, they do farming for a living. Yeah, you know, because it's a country area. So it's just a few people really comes out of like the community and go somewhere else and to like work, you know.
So St. Mary's then, what's that community like? Is it quite a nice community? Is it a nasty place to live? What sort of growth have you had from where you've come from? Because you left St. Mary's, didn't you, and you went to Stony Hill?
Okay, I was born in St. Mary, but I never really lived there for any period of time.
Okay.
I was born there, and then my mother and father having their, you know, problems, their relationships problem, and you know, mother and father split, you know, and father take me to live in St. Catherine, you know, among his mother and sister, which is my aunt, and then after a while, I find myself in Temple Hall among my mother, you know.
Okay.
And, you know, I've gone to many different places to live and so forth, you know, but I always come back somehow to Temple Hall still. But St. Mary is a very nice farming community they plant where you heard about the St. Mary banana chips or the St. Mary
The crispy ones in the packet.
plantation. They plant a lot of bananas there.
The ones that they sell in a packet, like a yellow packet, like the plantain, but it's really crispy. Yes, fireball, yo!
Right. So that is very close to here.
We have to get some signal for the food, yo.
This here show. The St. Mary come from show. See now?
Of course, that's a
Yeah, man.
big,
So
big
there's
show.
a lot of great artists come from St. Mary. You know, you have a man like Beresford Hammond. He's a St. Mary person. Capleton, you know, St. Mary come from.
Yo, we're gonna be at this all day, you know, bro.
Admiral Tibet,
Right.
DYCR, and their others as well.
So, people, right now we are live with the one called DYCR, Delroy Chandler. So, after leaving St. Mary, you went to Stony Hill, didn't you? So, what was, obviously, you're very educated. So, what was schooling like for you? Was it something that you just enjoyed from start, or was you a bit like me and you messed about a bit and then you got your head down and thought, you know what? How was schooling for you?
When I was before, right. All right. After. Yeah. All right. After
This connection, man.
being in St. Catherine among my granny and my aunt, you know, I used to go to the school, you know, back then when I find myself in go to school. And then I left there like about grade 4, you know, and then after that, when I was almost 16, when I was living with the wicked grandma, I began to go to a school in Kingstown that they call Bethel Baptist Church. It was a school for slow learners. At the time, they call it Jamal School.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
man,
you're
they call
living-
it Jamal, but it is the same way. I am proud I went there because I can read and write properly.
Well,
you
this
know?
is what I was just about to say.
Because all it is just for slow learners and people who did not get the opportunity then to go to school a certain way. And they spell cat there the same way they spell cat everywhere else, C-A-T, and rat, R-A-T, M-A-T, mat, F-A-T, I understand, sat, F-A-T, fat, you understand, you know,
Trust
man,
me.
M-A-N, you understand, you know, and it's the same way they would spell Chandler anywhere else, they'd spell it there, you understand? So, yeah, man.
So this man here is living proof that you can go to school and not mess around. We're not saying you can mess around, but you can mess up. You can go down that wrong path, fix it. And even if you have to have that extra little piece of help, like I had it. I ain't got a problem. Like I had a bit of I had a bad upbringing. I couldn't go to school. When I went to school, I couldn't really settle down. I was always in trouble in inclusion all the time, but I got 7 GCSEs. Like that to me ain't bad. I managed to pass. So they put me in that room with them people, same as you. And to be honest, they should do that really for everyone. If school could be like that, where they actually have one teacher teaching like 3-4 people,
Yeah.
we would be so educated. Like the education levels.
Man.
Because
But
look
you
at it.
have some people who did not put their pride aside and go at the time, you know, because when I found out that I could read well at 15 going on to 16, and when I look at my peers and see them reading and writing, you understand, I started the way I said to myself that I must be wrong. Consider that it is those they would have to write. It's just that I wasn't exposed to the school system that way. Because to let you know that superstar DJ Bounty Killer used to go there as well.
Mad.
You understand? Bounty Killer that you know about and that the world know about as the dancehall general.
Yes.
He used to go to the same school I used to go to then.
Wow.
I know him from there, from before the whole world know him.
Yes, people just hold tight because the signal, it just keeps chipping up. So we will get the artist back, don't worry. Yes, sir, Ninja Ford. Welcome.
Hallelujah. Jah the God of the inspired expression. Send
Yes, people.
the one to show his prophets and his
Yes, yes.
I'm not sure to take
Mickey, big up on yourself. Morgan, Andy.
anyone observe
Sir Ford, aka Ninja Ford. Welcome.
the call his son and he shall be their God.
Yes, Jordan, my guy. What you say?
Preaching the righteous.
Barry back, big up on yourself.
But why can we be
People, look out for the tune called Leave the Children Alone.
fire?
Barry, send it on right now, DJ Daddy UK, and we will play it right now, right now.
Yasila of he was the conquering line of the tribe of Judah.
EYCR say fire!
As Rasta. Last time he destroys the world with water, but this time, just this time, it shall be fire. Zaya, Zaya, come look ya. Naya, Naya, come look ya. Fire, fire, come look ya. Maya, Maya, come look ya. And we could not cause this war and disturbance on the earth ya. Must the work of Lucifer. Fire for Obadiah. Fire for Lucifer. Lucifer is working behind the veil of time, trying hard to cover our minds. Want us to commit some serious crimes. But I say fire for Obadiah. Fire for Lucifer. Fire for sorcerers and
Why?
Fire for those
Yes, people.
peacemakers. Fire then get
We have the legend in the building.
that October
The one called DYCR.
I'm going to recruit
Delroy Chandler, champion dub poet.
fire.
If you did not know it tonight, you will get to know it.
Look ya, fire, fire, come look ya. Maya, Maya, come look ya. Luba, 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 Reba, Reba, going to it like a popular, beat it like a popular until it becomes popular. I grab a speaker, loud speakers, a man who a rasta. When I say fire, it flash like rays of lightning and roll like thunder. When I say fire, it shake up the earth into a trimmer. When I say fire, it bursts it out into a lava. When I say fire, it's like a bullet onto the heart of wicked. Zaya, Zaya, come look ya. Naya, Naya, come look ya. Fire, fire, come look ya. Maya, Maya, come look ya. If there's a true believer that is passing by, that is overtaking of these things, and
Yes, Delroy.
come join in and make a prayer.
People,
In a rasta.
this is not the brand new, the first ever track the man ever made.
Comes Babylon.
But right now we are going to link back up with the artist and find out more
I pray by the
about
rasta
the youth
day.
and how to grow
God
to the man that he is today.
comes all earthly sorrow. Fire! Run and entertain the peace which comes all earthly strives. Fire! Unto life's day, the glorious and unmarried that dawns of eternal love and life. Fire! Let this one bring new peace and sweet contentment in a world of sorrow. Fire! Let it clear the future's fears and past to get up every entertainer or feeler. Jah the God of the inspired expression sent forth his Holy One to show his prophets and his servants the things that must short to take place. And he says, behold, is anyone observing the prophecies of the
Delroy!
they shall become.
Yo, I've got to stop doing that. Yes, family, you back?
Yeah, man, I'm here. Yeah, man, the network trying to give us a very hard fight, you know.
Well, the network ain't gonna win, bro, because you know we're good, man. I've told people we're good. We've got people everywhere. So
Yeah.
we were talking about Stony Hill, and I wanted to know how old you was when you worked as a farm supervisor in Temple Hall. That's where we were talking, weren't we?
Yeah, I think we did pass this on and reach at the schooling.
Yes, because you said about Bounty Killer went to the same school. So then, for you then, at the age of 15,
Right, yeah. So the dancehall general, everybody know now as the Bounty Killer. You understand? You know, I know him from that school, you know, as Rodney Price.
see, the thing
But I
is,
didn't know that
I was going to say, we have to look at it from the teacher's perception as well. Imagine you're the teacher and you've got 30 children in front of you. Out of them 30, you've only got 5 or 6 that are actually like, well, 5 or 6 of them are messing about. What do? Do you take them 5 or 6 out, or do you leave them in the room to mess around the education of everybody else? No, you have to remove them, don't you? Unfortunately, you have to remove them and put them somewhere where they can, you see what I'm saying? So that's just where we are, bro. I suppose, like you always say to me, like DJ Daddy, don't just look at it from one point. You have to look at both sides, because there's 2 sides to a coin, true?
True. But I respect schooling and everything, you know, because it open up the doors, you know, to your mind and, you know, cause you to think bright and to put things into perspective and all of that. But talent is a thing, you know, that shines through all. You understand?
Of course.
The talent, yeah, man, it's a bigger thing, you know, talent, you know? Yeah, it shines through all still.
So then, what interests me now, yeah, as someone who didn't do too well in school until the end, the same as myself, how did that draw you to poetry? Because I remember when I was in school, poetry used to baffle my head. You're thinking about it, and this word has to rhyme with that
All
word,
right.
and
I love music a lot. Like I used to listen to the radio back then and listen to some tunes like Born Free and all them tune and Born Free as a bird and and Elvis Presley and some more that I could hear back them time, and thing. And I began to write my own song and used to sing and all that, And then after going like to the sound systems and singing, nobody never really said my voice never sound good or the lyrics never right or thing, but they always say it is either the rhythm running away leave me or me running away leave the rhythm, but both of us wasn't in sync at all.
yes.
But I realized that I have a natural gift in talking. If I'm just talking to somebody and telling them something, they'll just start to laugh until tears come all out of their eyes.
Bro, we
So it was
reasoned
after
for what
this
last
film.
night? We reasoned for a
Yeah,
good hour last night. We was talking for ages, innit? Just talking about Rastafari and talking about principles and just talking
Right.
about culture and things that are going on
See,
in the world. So yeah, he's a man who you can call and you can actually talk to. Like, you look at it, you see this man on YouTube and you see him making these songs. But this is why I bring people on my show, because we get to know what's behind that. Like it's a brand, isn't it? So DYCR is a brand. What's behind that brand?
yeah.
Does that make sense? And that's what
Okay.
people want to know. Yes, bipolar, big up on herself. Selector DJ Addy, yo, I seen your videos, bad. You're bad.
Mhm.
So right now, Sam Streets 420, big up on herself. Yo, so the poetry, you were drawn to the poetry. So can you remember like the first time,
Right.
the first like little
I
poem or the
was
first
drawn
thing?
to the poetry after there was a storm in Jamaica that is called Gilbert. It was
Okay,
a very big storm that really rocked the place, So after that, there is a man. He drops out of life procession now, But he did come here and rent a room in this house where I'm living in at my mother's house.
mad.
So that man bring 2 books. He bring a couple of books here that where he works that was wet up and supported and bring them here. And one day give me the two of the books and say, here is 2 books, I can read it or whatever. So they were I still have them up till now,
Really?
And one is called The Plow and the Pen, and another one is called The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. That means the one and only translation that was divinely done by Edward Fitzgerald in the Victorian era. That has some little poems in it, like some redundant poems like one thing is certain and the rest is lies. One thing is certain that life flies, the flower that once was going forever dies. And on the pen now is
More people, yo, bedroom beats, big up yourself,
book that was
bipolar.
written in Hungary.
What's with this signal, man? This signal
Some
is chucking
Hungarian
back.
writers. Yeah.
DJ Daddy, them for know see the real this jockey, some of them are risk jockey, them better know that a shanty be say so. Bless up yourself, my general.
So anybody asking about dub plate from the man?
I'm going to representing for DJ. Yes, I want to say this is DYCR, another one and only champion dancehall dub poet for
What?
DJ Daddy now.
Yes, bipolar.
Uncle Mason, because
One big artist out of the UK, people.
tell them judgment. Them
We have one big artist,
DJ Daddy.
one big track to feature today, the one called R.I.P., the first track the man ever made.
Load and a chalice load. This coke and a chalice.
Yes, Jordan, where you say?
Envy and malice. Where you say? DJ
Where we do again?
Follow me, follow.
With it.
Ganja smoke.
No, stop.
Follow the Pope.
With it.
Alaska smoke.
Alright.
Follow the Pope. With the Kiki smoke. No stop. Follow the Pope. With the ice smoke.
No, stop. Bunny the Pope. Bunny the Pope. Bunny the Pope. Bunny the Pope. Yo, I can't. Yo, we can't carry on.
Follow the Pope.
Watch the artist.
I leave her out of the alley. I did not fool around Miss Polly. DJ Daddy into the hills and the valley, smoking my collie. I do not deal with falling or shilly shally, no dilly dally. DJ Daddy, Babylon and Rasta, come show them Charlie Manny, give me the collie. Give me the sense of Minya, the Alaska, the Kiki, the ice, the Cambodia. Give me the lamb spread and let me run that rain. Let DJ Daddy stop up in Chalwa. In telephone, Chalwa, the sense of Minya.
Yes, Emily.
Let them blow, ganja smoke and let Babylon choke.
What we say again?
Go for dope for make him last yoke. I said this again, sense of Minya wasn't found in a cave. Sense of Minya was found on Solomon's grave. DJ Daddy, sense of Minya makes you brave.
Boy.
Sense of Minya open up your eyes and make you wiser.
Yes, Delroy.
Who is foolish and who is telling lies? Whoa, I said flocka ducka, slocka ducka, chocka ducka, waka waka, stocka sucka, come from waka, but then I hear the paka paka.
Boy.
Babylon like the fire blaze. So them trying to quench you with quenching, cool you with brewing.
Them try to stop, but they can't stop it.
In a Babylon, no
We're not gonna let go of the artist. Watch your one, yo. We get back.
trim in a shade, your locks in a face, so Babylon you're not afraid. You're stepping it tougher than King Dave. The beast of fashion must be slayed. So me dress up in my darker shades, my eyes are red. Because of the highest grade.
Boy.
Follow the Pope with the
Delroy. Back in the building.
Alaska smoke, just stop follow the Pope. With the
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Babylon, people they're trying to give us a fight. Yes, I. But still about the Pope, you know?
Yo, it's blessed, man. You told me yesterday there was a bit of a problem with the internet in Jamaica, innit? But we still go
Yeah,
ahead.
man. Seriously, yeah,
Like,
seriously.
We
Yeah.
just have to do what we're doing. So, you were talking about the plough and the pen and another book that was given to you. So then, by this then, yeah? How did the poetry now become something where you went to go and meet Ozzy Thomas? Because Ozzy Thomas isn't someone just a little nobody on the corner, is he?
Yeah, all right. So after getting the plow and the pen, you know, which the plow and the pen, it's not a book of poetry in its entirety. It's a book that consists of some poetry that was written in Hungary by some Hungarian writers. And when you read it, you know, there are some very big categorized words that they use, you know, that I have to use, what you call it now, like the dictionary to find out what they really mean. You know, I hear words like cacophony, you know, it's the first time I hear those words, you know, words like exemplar and so on and so forth. You understand? So I had to go for the dictionary now, and then I realized that they were just categorized words. I understand that, you know, maybe some set of people would be used to depending on their schooling or where their circle at the time. You understand?
Okay.
So it would be just simply saying like, you're here in Jamaica and DJ Daddy's in UK and he's interviewing you on Instagram. You understand? But in their language now, as if it would say, Baba, Buddha, Buddha, Baba, Baba, you say, what that Baba, Buddha, Baba, you know, could say, you know. So when it transfer now, you know, you say, you find out that's all it is actually saying. So then it let me know now that, look, much of what I was actually writing and singing, their poetry just the same. It's the same words, you know. Some people only sing it, some people dub it, some people chant it. Some person might sing a song and everybody bring a different personality to the same word love. Some person come and say, baby, I love you. Or some say, it's love I'm dealing with. Or some say, I love you. Or some say, love. But it's the same word. You understand? It's just depending on what you're talking about and the personality that you carry to it. You understand?
Of course.
So then I realized that's I began to write my own poetry, you know, and going to the Templar New Testament Church of God, you know, one night they have a thing that they call the FTH, a youth program. And there was a pastor there that is called Pastor Smith. He says that, you know, he's having that kind of forum because people once coming to the church might have talents, maybe to sing, to act, to do a skit, a poem, whatever. and do not have any
Okay,
platform
like
to
a
do
talent
so.
show then, yeah?
So then, you know, every Monday night you would, you know, have that. So one night I go up and I recite a poem and everybody laugh till them can't laugh no more, and the pastor here to hear it again and say him should hear that thing again because he never hear anything like that yet, you know. And people begin to tell me now about this dub poet, legendary dub poet whose name is Muta Baruka, and start to tell me that
yo.
you have the talent as a poet that you can actually make a living from this thing, and that there's a dub poet by the name of Muta Baruka that walk barefooted and so on and so forth. You understand?
He still does to this day, doesn't he?
That is how now one time I begin to go at different stage shows and all, and people hear me, and I remember one night Beresford Hammond in the Stony Hill era, that is Barry Sammons that sings, you know, but I didn't know that it was him still. That many years ago, we call him like that at some little business place that they used to run. People tell me that it is him who used to, you know. And I kind do up, and me up, if him remember now and so forth, like him agree with it and say, wow, yes man, this is good, and so on, you know. So I just like building my confidence and thing, you know, see. So until I remember I came over like TVJ.
Okay.
Reciting a poem from the under the rap radio down to me. Remember, I met up a cousin of mine whose name is Danny, and you know, he asks, what am I doing? I said, well, I'm doing farming, fishing, you know, and I'm writing poetry and all that. And he say, yeah. And I'll say, yeah, man, here when I have when him hear it, him said to me, he said, boy, I never really hear anything like that. Him said to me that him hear some little poet with them highlights and the radio and so forth, but him said, no, sir, you know, you're better than that one for time. And he's the one who told me about that and said that his producer, that is along with his sister, you know, which is my cousin as well. You understand? Okay. This producer whose name is Azzy, you know, right, you know, is along with her, so I could actually come and meet him. So that is how I went there, you know, and after I met Azzy, and then he hear me and tell me that I should come down to this tough, you know, they're gonna have a session down there, recording session, and I went there, and he put me, you know, when the time comes now for me to go in to record, you know, and said, go around now to record, and I went inside there, you know, and I thought it was a test, the testing, but it was so good that it was, and then that it to go no further, you know, just a test run.
That's a madness, isn't it? The first place you go, where did you say? The first place you went to was...
Yeah, I said when I went into the studio, and I thought it would be a test run at the Tough Gang studio recording for Azzy Thomas. But when I went in the studio and I began to record, you know, the first run, it took the record.
For real?
It was so practiced and so ready.
Wow.
Yes, you know, I think
one cut and done.
You know, I said, you got to believe to be saved. I said, you must believe to be saved. And if you don't believe, I said, you can't be saved because you must believe to be saved. Do you believe in God, the Father Almighty? Do you believe in Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who was born of the Holy Spirit and of Virgin Mary, who was crucified under Pontius Pilate, and died, rose on the third day, living from the dead, and was ascended into heaven and sat down at the right hand side of the Father, and will return to judge the living and the dead. So you got to, and the same ready that mad. Professor not man there about a woman there. Enough man there about a woman there. I said you got to believe to be saved. You understand? Yeah, man.
Mad.
Yeah.
So you went in, you did that.
Yeah, man.
So then, for the people listening now, then, yeah, How did you feel? So you're in Tough Gong Studio. We don't know it's going to be what it is today. You're in the place now, surrounded by people that are legends today, the same as yourself. You've gone in there to record. You thought you were just going to have like a mess around. You've done your thing. They've wheeled it up, recorded it, put it on a press plate. Now let's explain to people the difference between today, because you can send me your song through MP3 or send it on Google, but it wasn't like that them days, was it? It was, if you mess up,
No, it
there's a
wasn't
problem.
like that. It wasn't like that.
Yes, people, you're live on feelingradio.us. We're also there on Vibes FM 92.4 in the UK. We're there on Instagram at Daddy UK. We're there on Facebook at DJ Daddy UK. And we're live with the legendary DYCR.
Yeah, man.
Yes, family.
Yeah.
So then, as we were saying then, how did you feel going into that studio? You thought it was just going to be...
Hallelujah. Jah the God of the inspired expression. Send forth his only one to show his prophets and his servants the things that must shall to take place. And he says, behold, is anyone observing the prophecies?
How the track entitled Flame Fire.
All his son and he shall
Yes, bipolar, big up on herself.
come to strengthen the righteous.
Natural Vibes. Jordan Rose. Heavenly Stokes, Barry Back. Jordan, yes.
For Lucifer the first is
Jordan, Sam, Lee, the full gang.
I shall remind your sealer of evil
Big up to me Peckham people.
Judah.
Raver.
He's sitting up on the throne of
The big man from the UK, Raver. Look out for the artist in Badder than bad.
just this time it
Look out for the one called Bipolar.
fire come look.
876.
Fire come look, yeah. Fire come.
In the UK, the artist in Wicked.
Yeah. I work with the cause this war and disturbance from
But
the
right now, people, it's all about the one called DYCR. DJ Juggy, big up on herself.
Lucifer is working behind the veil of time, trying hard to cover our minds. Want us to commit some serious crimes. But I said, fire for Obadiah, fire for Lucifer,
Where we say again?
Prison warmonger, fire for
When me Rastaman then?
peacemakers, fire then get
Selassie Joe!
October lick.
Rastafari!
I'm going to recruit and we work the names of some great Rasta. Zaya, come look here. Naya, come look here. Fire, come look here. Maya, come look here.
Yeah, man, from these last few weeks, you know, every time I go,
Yes, people, it's all about the big man, the one called DYCR, Delroy Chandler.
You wanna buck off of me? Me I tell the Rasta say there's always an hand to save I from that big black bull cow now. And I know that big black bull cow is Satan. I try to mash I up. And I know that the hand that save I is the hand of the great.
When we say again,
Yeah, man,
we'll and come again when the tune it bad. When I tune it bad, how we deal with it?
every time I go to I beg.
We have to deal with it properly
So I'm big black.
and sensible.
I run me down, you wanna buck off of me. Me I tell the Rasta say there's always a hand to save I.
The internet try mash we up.
And I know
It not win.
that bull cow is Satan. I try.
It will not win.
And I know that the hand that saves.
Delroy! We have your back.
Yes, I.
Right
Yeah,
then.
man, the internet really bad, though. It's really bad. Not good. Not good.
I know, bro, but we'll just deal with it, innit? So then you was in studio then. I was asking how you felt being around all of these people, not knowing that they're gonna become what they are now.
I felt good. That was my first. You know, I was surprised to know that I was so well rehearsed that you know, when I'm here, you put me around the microphone and everything into the music, the voicing box, you know, and the rhythm on, you know, that, you know, it's one take, you know, and that was it, you know. But that, you know, and the soft and studio, you know, the legendary Bob Marley and all recording, you know. Yeah, man, it's a great opportunity, you know, and that was my first recording. Yeah.
So then after this entitled you to meet Milton Moore, didn't it, of Soundproof Production? I'm not old enough to know who they are, so do you want to let people know? Because as far as I know, there are some quite big people in the industry, true? From Back when? From, yo, look at the love, it must be true. Yes, Delroy. We'll have you back. Delroy.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So after meeting Milton Moore, 2 years later, you then recorded the first album, didn't you? And this was called Fire. So do you want to explain to people how it went from just a little youth reading poetry who got given 2 books? Track entitled Them Man There. This is the one by DYCR, the big champion track, yo.
As with mankind, for such a thing is so unkind. That's abomination, frustration, and illusion. Them 2 power things start to drop.
Hawaii.
A man was made for a woman, likewise a woman was made.
When we say again, the one called Delroy. This is the album called Delroy. Track it title Them Man There. What we say again, a fire!
Them 2 power things start to drop. A man was made for a woman, likewise a woman was made for a man. A woman is a man that touch a planet. Woman to woman, no place for it. Man to man, a fire, and lightning and thunder, earthquake and tremor. I clap upon it.
Yes, people, just hold tight. The internet have mashed the app, so bad. But we are gonna get through this. Don't worry, we will get through this. If not, we'll have to just bring the man back on another day, which is not a problem. But me would rather get through it. So, yo. When me Rasta man them, so as we move with the one called Rasta Chanta. Original rhythm. Yes, DJ Dougie. Non-stop. Bipolar. We see you. Me not, yo, people. How we said Delroy?
When they call me Rasta Chanta.
When they call me Rasta Chanta.
Call me out, Rasta Chanta.
Boy.
Again and again, Rasta Chanta, Rasta Chanta, Rasta Chanta. They say me teach like a teacher, preach like a preacher. When them call me Rasta Chanta, I come wicked up. Down the last wicked quite a more badder. Down the last bad quite a badder. Give me no fight, I say decadence. And things I get worse.
Yes, Bedroom Records. Yo, people, you need instrumental. Bad rhythm. At good price. Link up Bedroom Records on Instagram. A good friend. A friend of a good 8-10 years. Yo, I'm not lying. Yo, in Wicked. Bedroom Records.
What's my name? Rasta Chanta. Call me out, Rasta Chanta. Again and again, Rasta Chanta.
Boy.
Rasta Chanta. They say me teach like a teacher,
Preach like a preacher.
When them call me Rasta Chanta. What's my name? Rasta Chanta. Call me out, Rasta Chanta. Again and again, Rasta Chanta. Rasta Chanta. Rasta Chanta. Nicky thinks that she near me speak it. And she could have
Check the one called Nicky Nicky.
it. But they keep down her wicked, they trick it.
My one called Delroy.
Nicky mother and father send her to school. She taking the golden rule that she not on fool. They tell her that silver and gold will vanish away. But a good education will never decay, but she never did. Listen to my spoken words and take note in words. I know that these are not joking words. I know a girl by the name of Nicky Nicky. And she licky and her finger them sticky and she tricky. And whenever time she look and see a man, look and shape her smell like I send that money. She just begin to skin her teeth them like a she donkey. And pure kicky.
Boy.
Right down she pop down and becomes anky panky like a pumpy donkey. She have about a dozen feet doing on the body. Whose kids are they? And an elephant and a bunty pick them. And a king shango pick them and a sis like a lunge pick them.
What we say again?
Man pick them, choo-choo, trying to win Marshall pick them. Up to the time and a bike cartel pick them. And fire, and a yours truly pick them. Whose kids are they? And Kentucky pick them, a King Burger pick them. A Island Grill pick them, a Whopper pick them, and a Papa pick them, and a Papa pick them. And Benz and Escalade pick them, Evolution and Balance pick them. And Ed Sick, Ed No Good pick them, upon the river, upon the bank pick them. A Pizza Hut and Taco Bell pick them. Whose kids are they? Listen to my spoken words and take note of words. I know that these are not joking words. And I know a girl by the name of Nicky Nicky. And she licky and her finger them sticky and she tricky. And whenever time she look and see a man look and shape her smell like I send that money. She just begin to skin her teeth them like a she donkey. And pure kicky. Right now she pop down and becomes anky panky like a pumpy donkey. She have about a dozen feet going on a daddy. Whose kids are they? And an elephant and a bunty pick them. And a king shango pick them and a sis like a lunge pick them. And a feeling man pick them. Choo-choo trying to win Marshall pick them.
Yes, people.
Time and a bike cartel pick them. And fire.
We have 4 minutes before the adverts.
Kids are they?
But tonight it's all about the one, the big man, the legend, the one called DYCR, Delroy Channel.
Papa pick them and a Papa pick them. And Benz and Escalade pick them. Evolution and a Balance pick them. And Ed Sick
Are you like on feedingradio.us?
on the bank pick them.
We like on Vibes FM 92.4.
Kids are they? Nicky man.
Yes, we're there in the car.
She taking the golden rule. That she not on fool.
They said, Jordan,
That silver and gold.
a different type of vibe tonight. This is a dub poet.
But she never did, so she gone astray.
The big legendary one called DYCR.
She thinks that she
Yes, Jordan, Sam, Leo.
that it old every man ticket, but they eat on her wicked and trick it and stick it. Listen
Had the full gang.
words and take note in words. I know that these are not joking words. And I know a girl by the name of Nicky.
Yes, Egadon.
Licky and her finger them sticky and she tricky. And whenever time she look and see another look and shape her smell like I send that money. She just begin to skin her teeth them like a she donkey. And pure kicky.
You Tangreen.
Down on the comes and
Big up on herself.
donkey. She have a
Tells her right magazine.
daddy.
People, you have to check it out in New York. This magazine is wicked. I feel to get one myself. Tells her right magazine. This month, it's all about the one called Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. But DJ Daddy's gonna link up with the gang very soon. In the next coming months, and we're gonna find out all about the artist and all the things that he did before he passed. Yes, Davil. Samurai.
Whose kids are they? Whose kids are they?
For all the Rasta man, you must remember this year one. Yo, this one was a hit.
Sometimes
From it come out in, yo.
I'm not telling you, so sometimes you have to take bad things make laugh. And sometimes some very serious things have to happen sometime in order.
Wherever you're there, just turn it up right now. Turn right up on the dial.
I tell you, so the other night I was having a reason with an elder Rasta virgin of mine, you know. And the virgin I tell her the reason why I'm lax and became a Rastafari and one sight of his majesty. Me I tell her Rasta I laugh, the water drop out of his socket. And I know that everyone laughs, so the virgin I tell her I say every week he used to go to the barber to have an earpods. And him say 1 week he go to the barber while he was here sitting in the barber. Sure, I come in here and start to here.
Gone again.
Why not tell us that sometimes you have to take bad things make laugh. And sometimes some very serious things have to happen. Sometimes
And that we say again.
know oneself.
Yes, Emily.
His Majesty. Me I tell us the other night I was having a reason with an elder version of mine, you know. And the version I tell her the reason why I'm lax and became a Rastafari right side of His Majesty.
Where we say, gone again.
Drop out eye sockets. And I know that they were laugh. So the virgin of tell I say every week he used to go to the barber for have earpods. And him say 1 week he go to the barber while he was here sitting in the barber's chair and cutting ear stuff.
You say me not do it.
Can he hear the barber talk himself and the family now?
Boy, when you say
Me
again.
not do it, sir. You know, people say that, so me say, nah, me not do it, sir. Same time to the barber, what you say now? Instead the barber replies, say, things are virgin. You know, say the devil tell I say, bust your throat like a goat. The man say,
Like a what?
have a chair high speed and took off in high speed like
Boy.
and make a power to himself and His Majesty. And said, never again will he make a scissors come up on him head, nor a comb, or even a razor up on him beard rasta. Me I tell us I laughed him out and drop out eye socket rasta. Me I tell us another ras virgin was there, man. Me I tell us the virgin laughed till him later man like drum like him out the ball. The man have all palms eating and no crying and choke him. And after she went on and me I tell us
Yes, bipolar.
child's birth me they have keep me same place. The naughty son can't stay there long and give thanks to life. Because it was only the week after that I hear that the same barber post my throat like a goat. And that the family they never get to live. They give thanks and His Majesty and give thanks to life. So I have much to give thanks for. Them said that the barber was really a good man, but what has really took place? Them said the barber came home early one evening to him house. And I'm pushing in bedroom door inside and I'm in half big and proud like a silver bit making love to him man. And from that it's like licking brain and driving insane. Me I tell her say I'm why they get the barber and attack himself on the man. Suppose you see the man back broad. Suppose you see the man back broad. It's like the broad back down. Licking brain and driving him. I'm going to say Rasta and I love hot girls too. Daughter, I know a Rasta man.
I think the girl there.
Try one to fear, but I not tell a lie. Daughter, you look great.
DJ Daddy, that's how we are the realest jockey. You know, some of them are risk jockey. They might know that and shy to be said so. Mess up yourself, my general.
Daughter, you look great. I'm climb over your gate. Beg your little date. Beg your little date now.
Tell them Delroy.
Look how the daughter put on stick like me like passion. And I stick out and I step like Maca.
Yes, yes. You like on feelingradio.us. Live on 5's FM 92.4. We're also there on Facebook at DJ Daddy UK. We're there on Instagram at Daddy UK. And if you have clean cultural music, send on to DJ Daddy UK at gmail.com. Available for booking at WhatsApp +44 7534 831 465. Or get at me at DJ Daddy UK. Yes, but right now we're there with the one called DYCR. Check the one, y'all. We woke up singing this song this morning, no lie. Where the real Earthman then? The real Earthman hustlers, where them there? Where them there? Gone again. Yes, yes. Boy.
Leave from out of the alley. I did not fool around this valley. Into the hills and the valley. Smoke in my collie. I do not feel it falling or shilly shally. No, they did that. They come and I'm rust. Not to come show them trolley. Money, give me the collie. Give me the sense of me. Me and the Alaska. The Kiki, the ice, the Cambodia. Give me the lamb spread and let me run that bread. Let me stop on the chalwa. The telephone, chalwa, the sense of media. I'm trying to blow ganja smoke and let bubble and choke. And chance say, you say you sent to me. I was not found in a cave.
Tell them again.
The media was found in Solomon's grave.
It makes you wise and brave.
Sent to me now, open up my eyes and let me realize. Set fire up the blaze.
Boom, bam. Fucking Solomon gone again. Tell them.
was born in the grave of King Solomon.
Almost everybody deal with the Cali universally. Some deal with the Cali politically and some deal with the Cali economically. But I do not deal with the Cali politically nor even economically. I do not smoke the Cali habitually, occasionally or temporarily. I smoke the Cali because it helps me physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and also sexually. It gives an immorality and then I speak morally and also truthfully.
Yes, people.
The life is great. And let me stop up my channel. Me telephone channel, me sense in it now. I'm trying that I'm blood can just smoke and let Babylon choke. No crack, no coke, no joke. We don't make the last me up. And chance and
Lord, the healing of the nation. Give us your firm meditation. Let it play. Lord, the healing of the nation. Was born in the grave of King Solomon.
What we say?
Lord, the healing of the nation. Give us your firm meditation. Let it play. Lord, the healing of the nation.
Yes, people.
Born in the grave of King Solomon.
Go on again.
I said, block it up, sluck it up, chuck it up, walk, stuck, come from locker. What in the heat of the fucker? Babylon like the fire, Rasta blaze. So I'm trying to quench with quenching. Cool with cool-aid and flavor with flavoring. But them can't stop this fire from blaze. I'm cutting sharp and Babylon till it brings a blaze.
One more, and then we're gonna go into the reggae segment
Meditated murder.
until Delroy comes back.
In a this society, rude boy, a piggy, get thing that in a rasta. And pure bloodshed and murder in a this society. I'm sport garden, killer, chibuchi frog. And pure bloom, ratatata, bloom. A man kill a next man. Our voice cannot carry the tongue, nor the lips that gave it wings. Alone must my voice play across the sun like the cry of an eagle. And these shall it give upon your hearts, and you shall not let it out of your thoughts. The murderer is not unaccountable for his own murder.
A fire!
There's not blameless in being wrong. Murder the righteous is not innocent of the deed of the wicked. Murder and steal more often the condemned is the burden bearer. For the guiltless and the unblamed was a shame. Murder you cannot separate the just from the unjust, nor the good from the wicked. They stand together before the face of the sun as the black and the white thread are woven together. Murder, but sisters and brothers, why we have so much bloodshed? And murder in this society. We have mass murder, premeditated murder, domestic murder, God murder, Apple murder in this society. You turn on the radio, them say smarty dead, smarty ain't smarty down a prison, smarty get murder. You turn on the TV, them say smarty dead, smarty ain't smarty down a prison, smarty get murder. You read the paper, the Gleaner, the Star, the X News, the Observer. Them say smarty dead, smarty ain't smarty down a prison, smarty get murder. Lower.
Yes.
Yaka, cut the wall, good deal.
Tell them again.
People fighting for power, gunshots start to score like when there rain or shower. Can't escape in their high tower. You pull the white like a blood, can't escape in our arm like a hour. Some people they look upon this a party like it's a drama, but it's a party like a armor. Murder. As a rude boys, I should be.
When we say again,
The other day when time they murder Mr. Hassan because Mr. Big Man they locked down the whole country. But what about the little man with the murder? Round the corner they never they push it any further. Rude boy got out the mass murder, the premeditated murder, the domestic murder, the dark murder, and the push murder. Out of this society, on a jump up a top out on the merry. Like some things that it's a little house on the prairie. Look the amount of people get killed and buried. Somebody will have to pay someday. On the things that you're gonna see all of the innocent blood they must spill. On the things that you're gonna see all of
DJ Daddy, don't you know see the real this jockey, you know some of them are risky jockey, them get and know that shut the business up. Bless up yourself, my general.
German style. Can't be some of the brother.
people, the one called R.I.P. by Bipolar.
So me get the news, me set the time, me pray and know you. The mercy, I can't tell you, Judge, bless you. The mercy, I can't tell you, Judge.
Yes, people. We're live.
Still a struggle.
Live on feelingradio.us.
Me know you know police.
We're live on Vibes FM 92.4 in the UK. And this is the big bad artist, the one called Bipolar.
Me can't sleep, send me no eat since last week.
This is for all the people who've ever lost a loved one. Check it again, the one called Bipolar, track entitled R.I.P. I've said it many times, we have to support the artists in our own country. We have to bring them up, give them chance. This This is one called Bipolar, tracking title, R.I.P.
You, the mercy I got to tell you, Jah bless you. Me still there, mama still a struggle, barely just a scripture. You know, police can really ends lit down woman and me little brother true blue.
Yes!
Me stressed out, me can't sleep, say me not eat.
Since last week,
Say shut a fire, can't cross street. Spend shell full up the road like can't heat. Police say anybody them after 6 o'clock at dead meat. I feel lock up in a house, but floor asleep. Get a garrison life, complicated, it never is. Politics bring in gun and them treat me peace. Lick down my little brother, 7 years now, say we not speak. Graveyard visit, black shirts, black trousers, wallabies and some white tees. You miss a loved one, I get the news, and sit to tell me pray I hear you. The mercy, I gotta tell you, Jah bless you. Me still there, mama still a struggle, barely just a scripture. Me know you know police can really ends lit down woman and me little brother true blue.
yes, people, one called Bipolar, tracking title, R.I.P. Get to know it.
Blood alley,
Boy,
in the street.
where we say again?
Say where the peace, can't see no peace. My peeps last the tip.
How we live on V-Link Radio.us,
Man scam
live
money.
on Vibes FM, and this is the one called Bipolar, tracking title, R.I.P.
Even last 4 weeks, I said me
Yo, check that one,
for
yeah.
your prison. I want that to don't notice. God, people still are what the old things. See up
Yo, the artist bad, the wicked and bad. DJ Daddy, I fi bring him on the show, you know.
So me get
I fi bring him on the show.
pray I need you. The mercy I can't tell you, Jah bless you.
That we say again.
Me still there, mama still a struggle, barely just a scripture. Me know you know police can really ends lit down woman and me little brother true blue. So me get the news and sit to Jah me pray I need you.
Boy,
Mercy I can't tell you, Jah bless you. Me still there, mama still a struggle, barely just a scripture. Me know you know police can really ends lit down woman and me little brother true blue.
boy, what a track.
Yo, DJ Daddy, a freestyle represent. Yo, DJ Daddy, a freestyle represent for the crew. And all the people who are dead out there speeding. Yo, nourish the young ammunition.
Boy,
I'm gonna follow some righteous tradition. Yeah, we don't want no more blood stain. DJ Daddy, we don't want them to fight. We don't want no guns and roll and no more 9 nights. But DJ Daddy, we don't want them to fight. We want no guns control.
bam bam. Another one drop. DJ Daddy, me, yo, me say how long? 8 years ever since I come into the industry. Me no want no gun, no knife, none of them things around me. And stop. Yo,
We can't take it no more. Hey DJ Daddy can't take it no more.
long time we cut this stuff.
Black crime and big old black nine. You don't want to live for see.
This is not a wagonist thing.
I just can't put on the read and the rose and the red for me.
Yes, the ranking dread.
DJ Daddy we are tell them to put down the gun. Cause we want the violence thing for done.
That we say.
Too much of guns just a boom and bang bang bang. And when you check it out and you got one shot. So DJ Daddy I beg all the youth them who are bust guns to put it down and stop. But I think what's in the bang bang. Because one more get to you job and just blood in the jail. I beg the get to you them to put down the guns them and stand in the charge. Please, you call me not for peace. You call me gun them surrender.
The one called Lion Eye. Wheel and come again. The track called Illusions, but the one called Lion Eye. Ranking dread, big up on yourself. Tell them Lion Eye.
life is permanent. It needs no argument, it is self-evident. Illusions are temporary, life is permanent. It needs no argument, it is self-evident. Physical and spiritual growth, let knowledge and wisdom proceed out your mouth. Profound word sound, connection to angelical sound, as the heart beats and higher beat drum.
Yes, gone again.
Fireball from modern sublum, Zion children organize the kingdom, all here to the lion.
That was
Here
it.
to the lion, because we bend the knees, because we live them the
As we gone with the Baltimore, track and title defend we all.
chase out that whole bunch of Alcoa. We have to defend with all, defend with all.
Yes, that was it.
Defend with all. People should have never let them hijack the throne. Defend with all, defend with all.
This is the 7 days rhythm.
Defend with all, defend with all. Baby the lion, and the system cornerstone. Then I got it with, as long as we slave. Just for me stay with, as long as we are collective. We get
That we said, we're not in that.
because we let them make the law. We struggle in a get to the nation. Because we let them make the constitution.
Different people, different lives,
Boy,
different thinking, different souls, different people, different lives, different thinking, different souls. One life.
one more from the rhythm to track and title marijuana.
Marijuana, we know some more. The living place, but we know some more. And the government are up in and doing marijuana. We know some more. Marijuana, we know some more. The living place, but we know some more. And the government are up in and doing marijuana. We know some more.
Emperor Haile Selassie,
So as we move the rock on highway,
emphasize
track and title Death Game.
Leaf of Life production.
We're live on Vibes FM 92.4. In the UK, we're deaf on Montego Bay, VLinkRadio.us.
Far away.
That we said.
Emperor Haile Selassie are the first. Emphasizing I like children. Leaf of Life production.
Yes, precious gems, big up on ourselves.
People drifting
Me see you, me see you.
far away.
Yes, people, we're deaf on YouTube.
Just less than
We're deaf on Twitch,
all of
Daily Motion, Mixcloud.
some trying to think.
We're deaf on Facebook, Instagram.
Ever since
Anywhere you can stream, I am there.
confusion. And
Catch me right now, we're live, we're live, we're live.
when you quick another thought there. Somebody tell me why time blood red. The evil one be run the place blood red.
We're not like that.
Get that way by Judge Dredd. Can't go me.
Clean hearts only, people. If your heart not clean and your heart dirty, not come from my channel. We're not into that. Yes, shout out the gang. We said Jordan. And the boss, what you say? Yo, people, I Kaya. The vocal heart not clean. Listen to the lyrics, listen to the artist, listen to the voice. Go on again.
Negative energy of the field. I spot them wickedness from the out.
That we said.
Touch yourself cause I feel them a give out. Walk and call your name for your day out. I know everybody gonna come by. If you refuse your badness and reply, pull up a propaganda and not say somebody. You live a place you got your sleep at night. Don't trust them cause they don't really want them. Some only get a kick out of people business. Them only stay close to your justice. See how you want it. Side set the shots them and not falling night. You can't call me, Can't go me, can't go me. Can't go me. Can't go me, can't go me. War on the dog and like we get on your TV. Squeeze you up a gun and not one like say you a pimpin'. One nobody come here so mama shut the beast. I love we a deal with you. Don't trust them, cause them words can't sight right. It's scary cause you had them once said up right. Them laughing like the kids come on with them kids right. So them massage it carrots when you match in the night. One me extra night, my daddy can't see.
Yes, people, you have it.
Tearing down the bad things that they're opening. You can't go me, can't go me, can't go me. Can't go me, can't go me, can't go me. War on the dog and like when they on your TV. Squeeze you up a gun and not one like say you a pimpin'.
Yes, Iron Man Records, General Brains, the Ranking Dread. Here the combinations of Munda and Turbulence, one called Energy.
We say we may not no right for a season's right. You put it on the little bear and fight. I am right. Tell the wicked and the fair. I tell me.
Tell them again.
I can see clear them no like me. I'll make them trick me, yeah. The plastics might can't fool me, yeah. I am see apart from them energy. I can see clear them no like me, yeah. I'll make them trick me, yeah. The plastics might can't fool me, yeah. You only say it's so fake. Oh, it's forever. It's fire, burn them out like a dog.
Yes, General Brains. Big up on ourselves.
And it's forever while you climb up the ladder. Breathe for the same and we tell them no matter. Come on with your friend, think better your friend no matter. Yet when you're happy, but them love when you're sad. When you back, you be up in one another. I'm here already. About that last man. That's all the thing. I'll be back.
As we move with Gappy. Tune bad wheel again.
About that last man. That's all the thing.
Yes, Precious Gems. Emily Stokes, Barry back.
Laser like shooters, artificial intelligence arise. Digital currency, no printing paper. Only stronger side will survive. Chapters, scriptures, scrolls, pictures. Nobody that knows what the future behold. Art from springtime, summer on winters. Nobody that knows what the future behold. Who knows yes, they now go so. If I want you when the trumpet blow.
Yes, Bobby Condos. Shout out to Hot 97 FM. Look out for the live link up coming soon. DJ Daddy and Bobby Condos. Yo, the big legendary DJ. Promote the sound system. The man does it all. Musical box. Massive B sound system. Shout out. Yes, Bobby. Tilsa magazine. Tilsa right. We're talking magazine. That's what the whole streets are talking about right now. Now the whole place can lock with that magazine. The magazine itself. Can I let in the messenger? Let in Lucy. We'll come again for the messenger.
What the future is unpredictable. And another day is promised to no one. So if you're looking for a better tomorrow, just remember tomorrow starts today.
What we say again? Reggae House Records, R&RJ, LLC, up with DJ. Yes, people.
Just remember, something you can be, can't change your way. Oh, believe you can. A world that's cold as ice, and maybe
Lucy. Tell them Lucy. Reggae House. R&J Records LLC says up, 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 me DJ. Yes, General Brains.
Just remember, tomorrow's got today. You said you could provide a future. Just remember, it's up to you, baby. You gotta change your day.
Yes, people. We got the DYCR. The real champion dub poet. We just, yo. Shall we take it back in time? Shall we take it back in time for the people? Taking it back in the 90s. 1992 for the people. Rhythm.
I call you up and you are here. Oh, I miss you.
Boy!
You know what I need when I need it. You give it to me, yes you do. You're a friend, Monday.
Love is not to brother, love is not to boast.
Terry Ganzi, on the rhythm.
Because them love the most, rather from post to post.
Gone again.
Love is not to brother, love is not to boast. And for love, the girls them love the most, rather from post to post. Can't count the pretense, you're the thief. Trouble and botheration, I know me friend. Me no want no woman to give me no problem. Trouble and botheration, I know me friend. Me no want
yes, people.
to give me no problem. Oh, when you squeeze me and tell me say you love me, you
where we say
twice,
3 times, yo.
Time you have a problem, make me sit down and a reason more time mistake, make you man not perfect. But
yes,
Father God know me know the right step we can. Straighten things love like no accurate. When up is not the time.
A unity we deal with that.
You can't reach your goal if you want to.
As we let it turn it off on the rhythm. Track it title, big up, Hoofy, big up.
And this up, this up, we big up,
Hoofy, big up. And with this up, Hoofy, this up.
make we big up, big up, and cool up, cool up, big up, all the peacemaker, only 2 of them left in the world. This up, all stupid warrior, a foolishness them a fight over. Big up, all freedom fighter, who defend the rights of the brother.
I say them want more on the dirty man.
Where we say again?
I say them want more on the dirty man. Them claim say, him and the number one.
Boy, the number one there. Hear him there right now. Hear the one, the voice. For the people.
For the people. For the people.
The one called Garnet Silk. Pray again.
It's you I'm singing for the people say. I am singing for you. Isn't that great?
What a legend. What a man.
Singing
The one called Garnet Silk.
for the people. Oh gosh,
Unfortunately, people.
it's you I'm singing for the people.
I was about 5 or 6 when Garnet dropped out.
I'm singing for
So there was no way that DJ Daddy was cutting dub plates at the age of 5 or 6.
oh, yeah. Singing for the people say.
But I have a good friend, a big bad artist up in the hills. The one called Job Balance. What a artist.
I wanna
Ras Irie Kunte Kinte.
sing. I love the happy when I see them laughing.
So can I bring in the one called Nicky Silk, the youngest brother of Garnet? Pre this.
Yes, DJ Daddy. Yeah, it's a war against Swam Babylon. Got down where urban thing and feel so.
True story.
But let me tell you this, Nicky Silk and Travel and Satan. Right in a Babylon. Hot, hot, hot.
Everlasting. DJ Daddy, this one exclusive yours, man. Next to see it.
Boy, you hear that?
Oh, God. Hey. DJ Daddy, we are robot up soldier.
Got it, drop out.
DJ Daddy,
Way before me there.
DJ Daddy, now go look back at that.
What me have the one called Nicky,
We are robot.
the youngest brother,
Oh,
alongside my artist, my good friend, the one called Jar Balance. Read it.
to why? Hey. DJ Daddy said life. No bomb.
How that we say?
No one, no stone. No gold. It's just dope for dope. We gonna use some, but heard how you sound it. Hey, for DJ Daddy, we are overdose soldier. And sound is the we most charge a murder. DJ Daddy, we are overdose soldier.
You ready?
Healing chink.
Yes, Jar Balance. Tell them 1, 2, 3, gone
I'm
again.
a rebel with a cause. I'm a rebel with a cause. A rebel with a cause. Tell them my daddy really dance. I'm a rebel with a cause. A rebel with a cause. With up them big and them fast.
Yes,
I'm a rebel with a cause.
DJ Daddy UK's Irish Rebel.
I'm a rebel with a cause. A rebel with a cause. Go make the big sound right.
DJ Daddy, we are overdose soldiers. Marching on to war. DJ Daddy, now go look back at that.
Where we say again? Yo, one more.
Young come for bonfire and all King Selassie and him. I said, burn room. Nicky said, come on the fire, no man. Judgmental fire upon the head.
Everlasting DJ Daddy. No, this one's exclusive to yours, man.
30 minutes left of the show.
DJ Daddy, up.
You're live with DJ Daddy UK, the Coding King. Spreading unity. We're up on Vibes FM 92.4. We're up on VLinkRadio.us. We're gone again. We're up on Instagram at Daddy UK Simple. We're up on Facebook at DJ Daddy UK.
No, it's fine.
And inbox to get the WhatsApp.
Oh, well, DJ Daddy.
Yes, Natural Vibes.
Oh, well, hey. Talking and talking.
How will we say again?
DJ Daddy gonna keep them talking.
Alright.
Laughing and talking.
Hey,
We got a lot more coming.
gone again.
And who hears to hear, let them hear. And who have eyes to see, let them see. DJ Daddy, no one can stop we are protected by the Almighty. Joins with him wherever he goes. Oh, I know Jah love him so. One thing I know, and it's that them show. We gonna talk to the target. Hey, DJ Daddy gonna keep them talking. Laughing their target. And I know we got a lot more coming. Who is to hear, let them hear. And who have eyes to see, let them see. Jah, no one in this world can stop we. We're protected by the Almighty. Giants with Daddy wherever he goes. Oh, I know Jah love him so. One thing I know, and it's that them show. Jah Daddy talking the target. Hey, DJ Daddy gonna keep them talking. Laugh with your target. And I know we got a lot more coming. Yeah, keep them talking, DJ Daddy. Laugh when you're talking. Okay. If we do wrong,
They complain.
even if we call DJ Daddy, name it to say what they want us to do. Now they know this is nothing new. I won't they do what they want, so I can do my thing. You should be thankful. Your life's supposed to still shine. Daddy, come again. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, Cyrus says for DJ Daddy. Send it off. Let it be. Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where we say again?
Serious. Na 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 na. DJ Daddy getting dangerous. Boom, 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 boom. After little while me like it's about to back. They don't find me bitch and they don't ever lock. They threw me in the super white gold was stuck. So I come down and they took down the rocks. 16 and 900 people shot.
Where we say again?
Your body knows so shake your rap. You wanna take the one that shot me your rabbits. Look out, Mr. One to know on the pot. For me, they take me filter. They take me pretty go and me pretty equal that.
What we say again?
Them a take me my track, but me girl pan about me and double chip back. Serious. Na DJ Daddy getting dangerous. Till we take you without the down, we make two chop. Boy, get your chop and then we eat two shot. You jump over the fence like him a ball acrobat. I will let the old go a arm and barracks. I tell it to the soldier man, they tell it to the cop. I mean it after that, we hear some shots out to top. The barrel of DJ that them shooting don't clap. So only now you just fly your tree back. Serious. DJ Daddy getting dangerous.
Yes, yes.
When we started at the mountain, we below the rock. It could be like a gun when you stop for your shop. You are with trees moving it, your body in the and we beat at that like a phantom match. When we road race, and we can't stop. Make them know say that we are something.
Boy, tell them again.
Got your body can't pull with body life. DJ Daddy beats a trouble like body trap. See it.
Featuring the one called Bob Andy alongside Bucky Joe. UK music.
I'm going home. I'm going home. First thing tomorrow.
DJ Daddy, you put us here to real this
Yes, yes.
I'm going home. I'm going home. First thing tomorrow.
Natalia Tunes. Big up on herself. This is Bob Andy alongside Bucky Joe. Where we say again?
Tomorrow. No matter what the cost. No matter what the cost. I know I'm going home. Home on the first morning play.
Where the rapper that I say again? Yes, people, DJ Daddy UK is available for bookings. Get me at dj.uk@gmail.com. Get at me on Insta at Daddy UK, Facebook at DJ Daddy UK, WhatsApp 0754. No, that's wrong. 07534 831 465 for bookings. Get at me.
We keep on hustling with non-retreats. We have to take a trip overseas. So what a better life, yes,
I don't call Bucky Joe.
that's why I'm going home.
Yes, yes.
Home on the first morning play.
Mud.
Oh, yeah. First morning play.
Where the man say?
Right now.
Yes, yes. People, started from next week. Every week, DJ Daddy is gonna play a tune of his own choice, and this is DJ Daddy's tune of the week. So people, you have to start sending me your clean songs to dj.uk@gmail.com, and you might just get to be the track of the week on DJ Daddy UK show. Bipolar, big up on herself.
No matter what the cost, I know I'm
Bob Andy and Bucky Joe.
on the first morning pain. I said the first morning pain. You know the first morning pain. The police their cry. From the champion sound to make the people they get around. Played by the bounce
Another one called Bucky Joe. One more.
to make the people they get around.
Wheel and come again.
Bounce the champion
Yes, fire.
to make the people they get around.
What we say again?
Bounce the champion.
UK music.
To make the people that get around. So let the boy me say you're not true. So let the boy me
When the man say,
played by the bounce champion sound.
what?
Let the people that get around. Played by the bounce champion sound. To make the people that get around. So let the boy me say you're not true.
No
So
true.
let the boy me say you're not true. So let the boy me say you're not true. The coming out the dance and a shape like this true. You're not playing, but then it's brown and a great eyes. You're not playing, but Jimmy London and a great Peter Tosh. You're not playing, Alton is down a sugar mine. You're not playing, Master Keep is down a shoot in my walls. You're stepping on the dance like you are right up a top. I just got the song, me say you pull it up back. And make a back and I like you are talking for that. You don't know Al Capone or Derrick Carrier. You know we in the story sing firehouse rap. I saw me find out so you are read don't stop. So who you think you are? So who you think you are? So let the boy me say you love me not true. So let the boy me say you love me not true. So let the boy me say you love me not true. You coming on the dance and a chase like Miss Jones. You are here, Nicodemus and the great super cat. You are here, Lieutenant Stitchy and the great Papa San. You are here, Shopper Rankin and the great Ninja Man. You are here, Sanchez and Perry Saman. Ever problems with culture and Bujo Bantan. And we ain't the one that with the girl them song. So no Cocotica, you are real fiction. Like a farmer, Tristan Palmer and the great Little John. And Maxi Priest from Mount England. I them the song you play and
What we want here?
so who you think you are? So who you think you are?
Who you think you are? Yo, as we move again.
You see me, I said the thing loud. That in UK. Champion them.
Yo, the big body river. Yo, DJ Daddy, the Codeine King. Turn up the thing.
You can't fully use them. Missing again. Champion them. Champion them. Watch out. I'm a senior representative.
No for them, no, man. Too much jealousy, man. Too much bad man.
So as we move more UK music. The one called Massini.
Yo, Codeine King, I want the exclusive.
As we move again, the one called Massini, track it titled Trample Him.
Man, too much jealousy, man. Too much bad man. Get rid of them fast. Them going down.
Them going down. Yo, people, sing along.
When the glory of the Lord is coming down, my Lord.
Yes, fire.
Things began to pray, and the Lord shall love his way. When the glory of the Lord shall come.
So what we do again? Trample them, we got trample them. What we say, Alan? No, sir.
Almighty God, I rule over the earth. We don't know what them are going at them demon church. We drop to the Bible, Satan up his breath. He tell them to make less from burn. Yo, what is it when you are sink and the youth them are hurt? Satan get behind if you not do the work. Look how up the youth them run them in the dirt. And them know what life really worth. So listen, thank you for all of you. We must be the
Where we say again?
the one like you honor the son. If you them a come out, this is my blood man. But I don't know what every so of me. So let's praise him, praise the Lord. Let us praise him, even when life seems hard.
Very God bless people. Trample them, we got trample them, we got. No, sir.
The demon get trampled on the feet. The evil come to me, just kiss me teeth. None of them can't come from the street. Music a beat and everybody free sweet. They got me on the road, we can't take me concrete. A 6 months now, me miss me heartbeat. And she want me grow up in a shit. Oh, what a glory that we be.
The one called Massini.
When his blessings start to fall on me. Oh, when we reach a precious day when we
Yes, DJ Fresh.
stand over the
Bipolar. Natalia.
that we be.
Where we gonna again?
Follow me, jump to them, we a go, jump to them. We don't know what they must see, what kind of message they must send. We ready, jump to them, we a go, jump to them. You can't bully yourself. Listen again, jump to them, we a go, jump to them. We don't know what they must see, what kind of message they must send. We ready, jump to them, we a go, jump to them. You can't bully yourself. Listen again, jump to them, we a go, jump to them. We don't know what they must see, what kind of message they must send. We ready, jump to them, we a go, jump to them. You can't bully yourself. One of the first leader, jump to them. They must be a woman, jump to them.
So as we move again, we do a Kunta Kinte.
Man, I don't know the big bad mighty sound in a Kunta Kinte represent to the world. Lord of mercy, yeah. Why?
Let me tell you a story about how DJ Daddy got this stuff. One day I was sat on YouTube looking at artists around the artists that I work with. Let me just call up my one friend and they say, yo, you know this artist Kunta Kinte? He said, yeah. I said, yo, that dub hillside, me need it. He said, yo, Bridget, him sat right next to me. So me talk to the man. Yo, check the one, yo.
We kill that on the hillside.
Boy!
DJ Daddy keep it quiet. Think you that kill a champion. We are killing in a sound plan style. They want to see us get down. Whoa, yes. DJ Daddy play right. That things are getting harder. Babylon and me say them a jaja. Politician and me say them a fraud. Me say people them kind of brother. Get your youth and me say them want shoes. And them not teach the sound and the truth. Yeah. In them culture, a DJ Daddy play boy. We kill a sound about the hillside. DJ Daddy keep it quiet. Think you that kill a champion. We are killing in a sound and style. You want to see us get down. Whoa, yes.
No, sir.
Somebody to Jamaica.
That we said.
Send the guns to Jamaica. Send some food to Jamaica. You hear me? Send the guns to Jamaica. DJ, send some food to Jamaica. Let me ask you, I never want to play represent for DJ Daddy UK. I don't know we don't play now.
Yes, people.
If you know the thing going on.
Track entitled Poverty by my good friend one called Deva. People, you need dub plates, link up Deva House right now. Always a bag of artists in the studio, bag of artists round the studio, bag of artists round the man. Deva House Studio is the place to get your dubs. In Jamaica, you not believe me? Go check the man.
Yo, Coding King, I want an exclusive.
That tower.
See around with your property, you got no earth, and man not get hungry. Run Babylon, now them not care about this, so keep your back up promises, because that's a fuck.
We not like that.
Shoes man him back, shoes man him feet out the system set and now it really get me grip with family. Poverty can make me pray for starting bad work hard yet still not know we not cheap. Minimum wage alone, speed up your heart, idiots and up and blind them dates and glasses. Tell me what the boss of it, damn that glasses, you okay, you have to fund them with them and got practice. See around with your poverty, I am not the earth, and man not get hungry. Fun Babylon, now them not care about you.
Yes, people.
My promises make that fucker, that you okay.
Yes, people.
Around with your poverty, I am not the
Straight out to Sierra Leone. Own.
Babylon, now them
Yo,
about this.
I can't even cuss the man because he's been around the children, giving out food and face masks and yo, vital things. This is the man called Egadon. Let's see if we can get a quick link.
We need some opportunity. Change up the system. Who no same one neck man become the victim. It's sitting in the country now.
Yo, Coding King, I want an exclusive.
Boy.
See around with your property. I got the earth, and man not get hungry. Fun Babylon.
Cause them not care about we, so keep ya.
Fucker, like the old guys.
Boy.
Your property. I got the earth, and man not get hungry. Fun Babylon.
Yes, yes.
British DJ, salutes from Africa that I am out, you know.
We have the man live in the building. You know, Egadon, I've brought you on for the last 10 minutes of my show because me and you have been friends for years. And I see so much that you're doing for the music, and the music's fine and fantastic. But you know what, bro? The music is not what we're talking about right now. I've seen what you are doing for the children. For real, I've seen you out there, bro, with no mask yourself, giving out face masks, giving out food. I want you to tell people how this idea came about and how people can, how they can send on to, you know, keep the ball rolling, because the children, they need food, they need face masks, they need medical supplies. This ain't a joke. This ain't Daddy UK begging nothing. This is just DJ Daddy and Egadon, the man in Sierra Leone who does just so much. So, yo, from England, bro, and from Jamaica, just a real salute for real, bro. We've been friends for years, but what you do is amazing.
Africa. This idea of I've been working on this for years now, you know. When we have disasters out here, like mudslide, you know, and different situations like out there, food and other supply to people, you know.
To be fair, bro, I don't think people quite understand the levels of what it's like in Sierra Leone. I see so many like devastations. I see so much, bro. The place you live in, like it's a madness.
90% of the like a pounds a day is difficult, you know. To get big food supply. That's because what I've much if try my best to know this thing on COVID.
It's affected people bad, hasn't it, over in Sierra Leone? Like, it has affected people really differently.
It's a pleasure. I don't wanna
Yo, Egadon, what you need to do, yeah, is pin your thing.
Some people can
Yo, the signal's beating us bad today, you know.
Yeah, she's like 4 months pregnant. That's my bro.
Congratulations, you know. Congratulations, bro. What you'll need to do, unless we've got the signal, go by the window, see if we can get the signal, because I want you to get this information out. People need to know what you're doing and how they can contact you, so we can keep the ball rolling and keep these children being fed, bro, because the children are the future, yeah?
Yeah.
But yo, look at the place, man. It's a nice place, but it gets hit by so many devastations so often.
Yeah, the backyard, you're gonna see the slummy side of the nation, you know. Let me show you something. Hey, bro, respect 1 minute, eh? This is my hood. We have rich, you know.
See, for all my viewers, look at this. This is Sierra Leone, you know. The man's a general, like a real boss. Not just for the music. You put so much in for the music, and one day we'll link up, drink up, smoke up, and all of them things. But yo,
can't wait, live it up, celebrate life and blessing together, you know, because you're one of the realest Malaya kings, eh? Yeah, man, it's like a blessing meeting you. You've been a motivation, inspiration. You don't even know DJ Daddy. DJ Daddy, you don't even know. You know, how he inspired me. You know, this few years we met, you know, it's like a blessing because you're always positive, give you support, you know, really appreciate you, brother.
Of course, my brother. So, do you want to just give people the information, the name and the company of how they can send, what they can send and who they send it to, so we can keep this going on, yeah?
Okay, well, right now, that's the company right now. So, like, what we do is that people send money through Western Union, under my Egerton Tabacamara name, then, you know?
Yeah,
you send the money through Western Union under my Egerton Tabacamara name. And send me the receipt, or send the receipt to DJ Daddy. Or you can send the funds to DJ Daddy. DJ Daddy, I don't know if you can give your name.
Of course, man, that's not a problem. Just link djdaddyuk@gmail.com and we can, yo, DJ Daddy's 100% supporting this. This is the children, come on, bro. But you got some big artists around you, aren't you? And at some point soon, we need to get a Saturday night show so we can link up with Sierra Leone and get all the artists at the right time, because there's a whole bag of them. Be Me, yo, there's the boss, the CEO. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's that many of them, bro. So we'll have to do a Sierra Leone session.
Through me, you see lots of stars out here, bro. I'm glad you down with them, you know. You walking with them. They really appreciate you, you know, because damn, I can do all the work by myself. It's a blessing having a real angelic brother like you that can go down to the, you know,
Yeah, man.
support stars out there, they're talented, you know, and make, you know, inspire and motivate them like the same you did for me. You know,
Of
it's like
course,
a
bro.
blessing.
But then the thing is, yeah, people always think it's always money. Let's be serious. I've not sent you no money. All I've ever done is motivated you and said to you, yo, you should do this, or maybe go this way. It doesn't always have to be about money, but people are always on a money. But if you are sending any money and you are sending it to my brethren here, Egadon, the video will be recorded and put on YouTube, put on Instagram, and you will get a personal video of what the expenditure actually went on the children. True? Well, people, we have 5 more minutes left, you know, of the show. And we're still live with Sierra Leonean General Egadon. But the signal's a bit hitchy, so people, yo, just remember, when we wake up in the morning and we can walk and talk and breathe, yo, we're blessed, you know.
Hey, me son, I don't know what you represent for DJ Daddy UK. I don't know if I would represent. Well, turn it up.
Yes, freedom cry.
And I'm from here, they never to the clever voice, you know, so we come for burn it up. Yeah. DJ Daddy UK. I'll be a big tune you play. I'll be just turn up this sound and bust up this speaker.
Where we say?
Everybody fear I can come in here. What's it run it baby? So we now go nowhere. And the Babylon can't run come in here. UK, turn it up and fuck up this speaker.
Yo, people.
Come in here.
Gone again.
So we now go nowhere. And the Babylon can't run come in here. UK, turn up this sound, make the speaker them.
Now, this is the original Youth and Green. And I big up that the UK, the Unity King. And then we can take the blum blum, ratatata blam blam. That the UK are the real champion. A Youth and Green says so. Big up yourself, Daddy UK. Every